I came across a fascinating question on seeking promotion and opportunities for growth during a transformation and during layoffs and cost cutting in a multinational organization. The question by itself is fascinating because organizations are continually changing. And if you've been in a multinational, you learn to ride changes, wave after wave of transformation and changes. So let's look at this question and understand the context. When there's a restructuring and transformation, how do you go about asking for a promotion? Now, the question is fascinating because let's understand a bit of the context. The poster says, my workplace is a global company, is currently going through a restructuring to save money, no surprise, which appears to mean that all types of promotions or really any chance of growth is limited to those in the US or at cheaper hubs in India. Now, the good thing here is the person posting this understands the context, understands the organization and the change that's happening and where and how it's impacting people. This is the first step, right? When it comes to changes in the organization or so-called organization transformations, there are three sets of people and how it impacts them. One is a small percentage of people who will be impacted by the transformation, their group, their division, or their team, or their roles might be downsized and they may be laid off. There's nothing that one can do about that. Accept it, move on gracefully. The other is a vast majority of people who will try to hold the ground. They will try to understand what the change means to them, their roles and their teams, and avoid falling knives and pretty much ride out the change. There is a good percentage of people who go through these transformations and learn from them, but learn to survive and maybe thrive during that change. A small percentage of people, like this person asking the question, will wonder, how do I seize this opportunity? How do I look for opportunities to expand my portfolio, get promoted, or take on new responsibilities, even when everything else is changing? The company is laying off people, company is downsizing, trying to save money. But what that also means is the person has the insight and the guts to stand out in front of others and take on the opportunity, which is really good thing, which is something that leaders do look for. So how do you go about seizing the opportunity during times of change? Carpe diem, as they say. Now, what happens during transformations is the top executives have taken a decision on a certain strategy or certain direction, and they are bound to be looking for a few trusted hands, people who can help with the change management. So if you are one such person, there are a few things that you should be doing. Take a risk, be an active part of the change, even if it means your role could be made redundant. That's a risk you are going to take regardless. Now, the other key thing to do is to leverage your network, the relationships you have built over a period of time with your boss, a boss's boss, or the division head, or the president, or the vice president, people who are part of the change, who are looking for people who can help with the change. Build on your past relationships and don't hold back. Speak up. Highlight what you've done in the past in that organization, other organizations, your experiences, and how that can help with this transformation. Raise your hands, volunteer for the unknown, and you got nothing to lose, right? You could either gain that opportunity, be a part of the change, or there's nothing that will happen and you will just remain in the same place, or in the worst case, you will be laid off. It's going to be a part of the change. But unless you raise your hands, speak up, and want to be a part of the change, you will not be considered. That's about it.